So Equine CRM is just a web-based application that helps equine-related businesses operate more professionally and productively and profitably. The core features of Equine CRM, basically, it can hold unlimited records. I mean, we say 5 million, and we can extend that on a per customer basis. It would be an add-on fee, but with each plan, we include 5 million records, which is like 10 gigabytes of data. It's available in 28 languages, so if anybody in your team speaks Spanish, Portuguese, or any other language, they'll have no problem using it. It's available on desktop, tablet, and we are just finishing up our mobile apps. We have an Android and an iOS mobile app that will launch in January. The CRM is scalable and fully customizable, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the demo. The CRM has built-in workflow automation, and what that will do is convert a lot of your routine tasks into automated tasks, which will help you and your team, your company be more productive, more efficient. It'll streamline your operation. We have built-in electronic signature functionality. Basically, let's just, for an example of a bill of sale, we have a bill of sale template built in. If you were selling a horse, you can create a bill of sale in a matter of seconds. It would populate with all of your buyer information, the horse information. You can send it directly to the buyer, who can e-sign it right from their phone, tablet, or desktop. They don't have to download. They don't have to print anything. Comes back to you. You can sign it as well, and that signed document will be recorded inside of the respective modules, records inside of Equine CRM. We also have we have a built-in billing automation, which I will present to you guys today in the demo. We have built-in accounting integration. So if you're using QuickBooks, we can integrate Equine CRM directly with your QuickBooks online account. We are also a premier partner for Zoho Books, which is a QuickBooks competitor. And that integrates seamlessly with Equine CRM. And we can help, if you don't use accounting, or if you want to switch from another accounting software over to Zoho Books, we can help do that for you, migrate your records and all that. We can discuss that. And we also have a built-in social integration. So with Twitter and Facebook. So you would be able to see all of your tweets and posts and all that stuff from Twitter and Facebook inside of CRM. You can also post from CRM as well. So the agenda for the webinar is as follows. We'll dive into setting up your CRM. We'll dive into the data management, lead management, billing automation, and reports and dashboards. Now, with this webinar, I'm just going to touch up on a few things. I'm not going to get too detailed into it because we only have about 45 minutes of your time. And if there's something specific that one of you would like to see that pertains to your company and your processes and stuff, then we could talk, like I said, about a private demo, and we can show you a proof of concept. So let's get started. So the first one is setting up your CRM. We'll talk a little bit about the personal and company settings, customizations, connecting your email, adding your employees, your users, and security controls. So let's, I'm going to share my screen now. And you should be able to see the dashboard of Equine CRM. If you cannot, then just make a question inside of the webinar software, and I'll take a look at what the issue is. When you log into Equine CRM, you'll start out on your home page, which is your dashboard. This is totally customizable, and I'm going to show you later on when we get to number 5, reports and dashboards, how to customize this. So let's get started with the personal and company settings. Gear icon on the top right will take you to all of the settings, the setup. Under general, we have personal settings, and this is where each individual user will be able to set up their information, address. They can connect their Twitter account. They can set up their local information. This is where if they don't speak English or would like it in another language, they would be able to just go right in here and change it to the language of choice, change their time zone and so forth. They can customize their email signature. As an admin, you can decide if you want to restrict certain IP addresses. So you would be able to do that for security purposes. And then you can also change like the color of your CRM, and that's done on a user per user basis. It's not company wide. User can also update their email and password at any time. For company details, it'll dive a little bit into the fiscal year, the business hours. You can set that stuff up. You can create your holidays for the year. If you're doing business in more than one language, more than one currency, you can set your home currency, and then you can add all of the other currencies that you're doing business in. And then you can also set up your hierarchy preference. And if we have to troubleshoot, let's say you submit a support ticket, we have to troubleshoot, then you would give us access through this developer access section. Or if your company hires us to do customizations and set up workflows, or do detailed customizations that are specific to your business, then this is where you would grant us access, and we would go in and we would make those changes for you, or create custom modules, or whatever it is that you have asked us to do. And you would be able to revoke access at any time. Let's go into the customization. So you could see up here at the top, you'll see the leads, the contacts, accounts. These are all modules. They all work in the same fashion. Even with these 3 dots here, you could see all of the other modules that we have. This is really, really robust. And when I said it was scalable and fully customizable, I really meant it. So in here, let's say for the leads module, for every module, you have your layouts, your fields and stuff, your permissions. But every module is basically just drag and drop. So you've got your single text fields, phone fields, email, auto numbers, currency. You can even, let's say you wanted to set up like commission structures. We have a formula field. So, based on like, let's say the deal amount, and the commission structure of a particular user, it could show their commission, and it's done automatically. We use the formula field in the horse module for the age. So the age is automatically populated based on the birth year of the horse. You can also create new sections. You can have lookup fields. Every module, you can have 300 fields. And it'll tell you at any given time how many fields you're allowed for that particular type of field, and how many you've used and how many are left. With 300 fields, I don't see anybody running out. Like I said, it's really robust, and we can also, we or you can create custom modules. Let's just say that you're a trainer or a veterinarian, you want to create a medical module and have the medical records of each horse, related. You could do that. We could do that. So that's, basically the customizations. You can also set up layout rules. So based on, I'm not going to do it, but I'll just show you like real quick. So let's say based on the status field, if the status is engaged, then it would trigger an action. You can show specific fields, you could show specific sections, and so forth. And every module has layout rules, validation rules. Every module you can create links and buttons. So like for example, as you can see here in the leads module, we have buttons that are already created. So once you add a lead's Facebook or Twitter handle, you'd be able to go right into their record, click the Facebook button, and their Facebook account would open up. Every user is able to connect their email. So if you go into channels here and you click email, click get started, and whether you use Zoho Mail, Yahoo Mail, Office 365, or even Gmail, we can connect all of them through IMAP. And what that will do is you can send emails directly from your CRM, and the ones that you receive will be related inside, will be shown inside of the leads and contacts modules with the respective person that you're communicating with. So you don't actually have to leave the CRM and go to your Outlook or your Gmail to send email. You could do everything right from within the CRM, which makes it great. Let me just show you how that would work. So like here in this lead, open it up. You have the send email button. Click it and type the subject. You could type your email, click send. You could even schedule it for later or another time if you don't want to send it right now. And we also have where you can embed templates, pre-designed templates that you've created. So like for example, I want to send somebody a company introduction. It automatically populates, click send, and you're good to go. Adding users. So in the user section under users and control is where you would add all your employees. It's very, very simple. All you have to do is click new user, first name, last name, email. You'll give them a role. I'll show you how this works in a little bit. You can set up as many roles as you need. You know, your CEO, manager, it could be, sales manager, marketing manager, sales rep, bookkeeper, however you want to set it up, you can. And then profiles. Profiles, and we're going to dive into this in a second under security controls. But with profiles, you can customize the access that you give each of your employees, which is great. So we'll dive into that here in a second. I'm just going to show you something real quick with groups. Groups is a way for teams to communicate inside the CRM. So let's just say that, I don't know, if you're a transportation company and you want to talk with all of your account executives, or you're a trainer, you want to talk with all your grooms, you can set up groups here. And how that works is, where this is relevant is inside of the feeds module, which is our communication tool. So on the left here, you see groups, and right now we've got sales team. You can click that and you can send a message to your sales team, add attachments. But what's also cool is you can tag specific people, or just send a direct message and communicate one-on-one with people within your organization. This works on desktop, tablet, and mobile, and is a really, really powerful tool, so that you keep your communication within the platform, and you don't have communication going on text, WhatsApp, email, and 40 other communication channels. It's just a great way to stay organized. Let's go back here for a second and go back to the slides. And we're going to go into data management. Data management, we're going to talk about importing from external sources. So I don't know if you're using, Excel spreadsheets, or if you're actually using another software like Salesforce or HubSpot. We can do a migration from those apps from your accounts. Exporting, let's say, you have 10,000 records that you import into the contacts module, and you want to check for duplicates. We can deduplicate your database, and that just takes a second. I'll show you how that works. Every module has filters, and they're very, very powerful and robust. I'm going to show you how that works. You can perform mass operations, which is mass updating a bunch of records at the same time, and then backups to ensure that anything goes wrong, which it won't, that you have a backup of all of your data, everything that's in the CRM. Let's hop back to. All right. So importing from external sources. So let's just say we wanted to go into horses, and we click import horses. So here you can import from a file, from an Excel file or CSV file, or here, let's say you're coming from another CRM, let's say, for example, HubSpot, and you click next, and you would just enter your API token from HubSpot, click migrate now, and your data would be syncing directly into the horses module. And you can do that with accounts, contacts, leads, and so forth. We also have where you can export your data. So you go to export. Every module, you can export your data. So whether it's leads, accounts, deals, products, your vendors, your bills, that'll just export in a couple of seconds to a CSV file. It'll only do 3,000 records at a time. If you do need more, then you could just do a backup and get the CSV file from the backup, which would have all of the records for that particular module. Deduplicating your database. So let's just say that you just imported like 10,000 records from an Excel file that you had, but you haven't really gone through it. You can click all of the records just like that. Click the three dots. And hold on one second. Deduplicate leads. You want to do it by email, you'll click find and merge, and it would merge them into a single record. This way you don't have duplicates. Filtering data, let me show you how that would work. So let's say in the horses module, you wanted to look up 2-year-old fillies out of Florida bred. So you could just go to age equals 2, foaling state is Florida, and the gender is filly. Click apply filter, and the records would automatically filter to what that criteria is. You could even save that filter. This way you don't have to keep doing it all the time. Every module has these filters. So whether you're in contacts, accounts, well, I don't have any records there. Let's go into billings, etc. And it's very, very robust, and it works great. Mass operations. So how to perform a mass operation. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that we want to take all these leads and we want to update the lead status to pre-qualified. You just check them all, mass update, lead status, change to pre-qualified, click update, and now they've all changed to pre-qualified. And that works for every module as well. And last in the data management portion of this demo, we're going to talk about scheduling backups. So we have under data administration, we have data backup. Your subscription, your plans come with 2 free backups per month. If you do need extras, we do charge for that, but you could just pick the day of the week, click done, and on that day, every 2 weeks, your data would back up, and you would have a hard copy of everything, of all the modules. So that's it for data management. Before we go into lead management, I am going to share a poll with you guys. If you would just take a quick second and let me know what your highest priority is right now. Very good. So we got some people said billing automation, client communication, reports and analytics, finance and accounting. Very good. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go into back to the slides. Talk a little bit now about lead management. Web to lead integration means that in CRM, we have a built-in web forms section to where you can create web forms that you embed on your website. And when somebody fills in those forms, the information automatically syncs to your CRM, whether it's into the leads module, contacts module, wherever you want that data to go. It could be a support case. We do have for customer service, we do have a cases module to where if somebody has a problem, they can create a case or basically like a ticket with you, and you can handle that inside your CRM. We could set up scoring rules. So depending on the activity of a particular lead, we can create a score, and the higher the score, obviously the hotter that lead is. I'll show you how that works. We can create assignment rules. So based on particular criteria, the CRM will automatically assign leads to particular people in your organization. It will notify them that a new lead has just come in and to contact them and to get working on it. You could also set it up, and this is done through workflow rules, but you could also set it up so that when somebody submits a form on your website, they automatically receive an email notification saying that their submission was in fact received, and that if this particular person is working on it, we'll contact them in the next few hours or the next 24 hours. And that helps streamline the process, but it keeps good communication with your new lead, which is great. Omnichannel communication. So within the CRM, you can make telephone calls. We'll show you how that works. You can communicate with your leads via email, which we showed you how that worked. And you can communicate with them through Facebook and Twitter. And then we're going to show you how to convert a qualified lead into an opportunity. They convert into a contact, an account, and what we call a deal, which is an opportunity. So let's jump back into the demo, and I'm going to show you how that works. So the web to lead integration, if you go down here into, let me just refresh this, developer space, we have web forms. So as you could see here, I just created a basic form in the leads module. You can go in here and you can add whatever fields are relevant that you want them to fill out. Obviously, the more fields that you add to the form, the more they prospectively may be discouraged to spend the time to fill out the information. So just from experience, you may want to keep the fields as limited as possible. You may want to add a field in here to find out, what they need help with, because that's important, or why they're reaching out to you. And this form would then get embedded onto your website. They fill it out, and the lead would automatically show into the leads module. You can create web forms for horses, contacts, cases. That would be like a support ticket. Some of these others are not really relevant, but you may find a use case for it. Scoring rules. Let me show you how that works. So scoring rules, you go in here. So you can pick a module where, whatever leads, accounts, contacts, and deals. So for this particular webinar, I'm going to show you scoring rules for leads. So let's just say that you click add, and let's say the person is from the United States. You can add anything up to 10 points. Let's say we're going to add 5. Let's say one of the fields in the CRM is the number of horses they have. Let's say if it's greater than 10, they get 10 points. Email insights. So let's say that you sent an email to them and they opened it up. Maybe they get 5 points. If they actually click the link inside of an email that you sent them, they get 10. If the email is no good, you want to subtract points. Let's say you're going to subtract 5. And you can do that for whether they're communicating with you on, Facebook. Let's say they comment on something, you want to add 10 points. They like something, 10 points. Same thing with Twitter. And then you can go into the lead, and we're going to just pick this one for argument's sake. And up here next to the picture would have the score. So let's just say that the number of horses is 12. That should change. Let me just refresh. Yeah, I changed the score to 15. They're from the United States. They got 5 points, and they had more than 10 horses. They got 10 points for that. Obviously, the higher the score, the hotter the lead is for you, and those are the ones that you would want to focus on. You could even set up workflow rules so that the lead owner, meaning somebody on your team who owns that lead, would be notified when a particular lead hits a certain score. This way that they can, stay on top of it. It's hot. We can also do assignment rules. I'll show you how that works. So an assignment rule, let's say a particular lead is from a particular state. Let's say you're a transportation company, horse transportation company. You've got account managers all over the U.S. Or you are a racing partnership and you've got account executives in Northeast or Southeast or the Midwest. You could set up assignment rules so that if the lead is from a particular location or any other criteria that you want to define, you can have it so that the lead is automatically assigned to that particular user. So like in this case, if the lead state is New York, it would automatically be assigned to Laura. You can create a new entry to where the records match in certain criteria. If it's a particular city or country or industry, you can set that up. And that's another way to streamline your operation, automate the process, expedite the touch points that you have when a lead comes in. It will help your sales force and revenue in the long term. Next on our list is the Omnichannel Communication. So the way we have it is like you can go into a lead here. So like on this lead here under the phone, you see the phone icon pop up. If I were to click that, it would open up my Skype account and I would be able to call that particular number. So if you have Skype, you can, and that's what you use to make your calls. Down the line, we may integrate some other telephony systems. We're looking into them, but for right now, it's just a Skype integration. We've already discussed that you can email your leads very easily. And then you can also communicate with them through social media. So like here we have the social module. If you were connected with that lead inside of Facebook or Twitter, it would pop up here. Also, just to jump back for a second, if you have somebody that has commented on your Facebook or your Twitter and you want to add them as a lead, you just click here, add, you click lead, and it would automatically create a lead for them. You can create them as a contact as well. Right in here, you can create your post, add your images. You can decide if you want to post on Twitter, Facebook, or both of them. And you can do that right from within the CRM. This way, again, you don't have to have 75 different windows open. You can do just about everything from inside of your application. Converting qualified leads. So obviously this is where companies make their money. They qualify leads, they convert them into opportunities, and hopefully they convert that opportunity into revenue. So let's just say here, with this lead, you can scroll down. You get the lead information, company information, their social information, their address. You can see the score. You can create notes in every module. You can create a note, add attachments, links, and so forth. This is where if you sent an email to this particular lead, you would see all of the emails to and from in the email section. You can create events and tasks and all that good stuff. Social profiles, all of that. So let's say we wanted to convert them. They're qualified. We put pre-qualified. We're going to convert them now into an account. We're going to convert them into a contact, and let's create a deal because we do have an opportunity on the table. Let's just say it's, and you may not have an amount yet. You could just put an estimate, or you could leave it blank. Let's just say that this particular person I'm looking to sell a horse to, I think it may close by the end of the year. They have interest and they are a decision maker. I'm going to click convert. And now you can see that an account has been created, contact, and a deal. So let's go into the deal for a quick second. And actually, let's take a step back. Deals, you could see here, we have it set up as a Kanban view. A Kanban view just means that you're moving the opportunities from left to right until you get all the way to either closed won or closed lost. But inside of the deal, you can, let's click this open. Okay, so in here, you can basically see the stage pipeline of each step of the deal. These are totally customizable. You can customize each of the stages or make multiple pipelines that fit your particular business and requirement. This is the contact person that's related to the deal. You could see a next action would be a follow-up. You can put it to a particular horse. Let's just pick one for argument's sake. This is a sale. You can add notes, attachments. You could see the stage history. You could see that there's a follow-up scheduled. If you have once you get into the bill of sale stage, you can create a bill of sale right from here. Everything is automated, and so forth. So that's how you convert your opportunities. So when you're in here, you can see what, like in this one, in the interest stage, I've got 25,000 in opportunities. Let's say in this stage in offers made, I got 700,000. It'll also, the probability, once you're in each stage, the probability changes and you can set the probability. So let's just say I move this over to confirmation. As you can see here, went from 10% up, a 10% probability to 20%. Once I move this into offer made, you'll see it goes to 40%. Offer accepted, I'm up to 60. Let's say it's in a vet analysis, we're at 80. Bill of sale, we're at 90%. And closed one, we're good to go. It's a done deal. So that's how you convert leads into prospects and opportunities. Let's hop back into the slides. We're going to get into the billing automation here. Okay, billing automation. So this is a module and a workflow that we designed so that racing partnerships and trainers and service companies like horse transportation companies and veterinarians, they can bill their clients based on the ownership that they have of the horse. And it's totally streamlined. It happens in a split second. It can be done, like if you're a trainer, it could be done right from your barn in the morning, afternoon, in real time, while you're with the horse, the farrier comes out. You want to, immediately create a bill in the system, $170. It'll automatically split that bill and create bills for each of the owners. And we'll go into that in a second. And then the use case scenarios are, just what I said. You have the racing partnerships, the trainers, the service companies. This is a great feature. And what's really cool is that we have it so that you can integrate it with QuickBooks and Zoho Books. So for example, let's say I'm a trainer and, for one of my owners, I create for the month, I don't know, 60 bills. And we have it set up so that those bills don't actually, the owner of that horse, the owners, they don't get 60 bills. And they're not getting them each day. Those bills will stay in a draft status inside of your CRM until a particular day of the following month. Let's say you do your billing on the 1st or the 2nd, at which time those bills would automatically convert into a single invoice for each owner with all of the bills list of each line item. So it's just one invoice, but has all the bills on it. And that is automatically created in the accounting software and sent automatically to your clients. They can click the invoice and pay right then and there with a credit card or however you want them to pay, but it's streamlined. I think the days of sitting there at the end of the month for 8, 10, 12 hours trying to, put all your bills together, your client bills, and then, who owns what percentage and separating them and creating 75,000 different invoices. Those days are over. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. This should be totally streamlined, and that's what we've achieved. So let me hop back into the demo, and I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so before we go into the billings, I'm going to show you the owners module. We got an owners module. Basically, this is where you would go in and put each of your owners for each horse, whether it's one owner owning 100% or one horse that's owned by 50 people, each owning 2%, or whatever the scenario is, this is where you do it. So like here, you can see this horse, Happy Go Lucky. The partnership is Feltz, Kemmel, and Benton. And the actual person that owns each percentage is in the owner column. So you have Benton Stables owns 42% of this horse, Kemmel LLC owns 18, and Feltz owns 40. To add another ownership or partnership, just click the plus. You right here, you would name the partnership. It could be, let's say, Jones, Smith, and Yeezy. And let's just say that Yeezy Stables owns 60% of this horse. You click save, or you can click save and new, and then you would do it for the other two owners, and they would be listed. I'm not going to do them all right now for time purposes, but we're going to go into the billings, and I'm going to show you how this works. So let's say you're a transportation company and you're shipping a horse from Ocala to Palmettos. In the subject, you can put transport Ocala to Palmettos. Meadows, the date, let's say crafted. Let's say the horse is 2-item limit, and let's do the Happy Go Lucky. Happy Go Lucky. You add your line item, just type in transport. Your quantity is 1. Add product. You'll see that you charge $250 is the base price for this. And what will happen is once you click save, the system will delete the original bill for $250, and it'll create a bill for each of the owners based on their percentage. So let me show you how this works. Done. Now we go back to billings. Oh wait, did I pick the wrong? Hold on. Cycle then, huh? May have deleted something. Let me just take a quick peek, guys. Oh, deleted the billing down there. No, that's correct. Let's try this one more time. Oh no, there it is. My bad. Okay, so as you can see here, that it took the original bill and split it up into 3, one for each owner. And you still see the grand total is $250, the percentage that the owner has, and what their actual bill is. So Feltz owns 40%, his total is 100. Kemmel owns 18%, his bill is 45. Benton Stables owns 42, their bill's 105. Now, if you create your invoices every day on the spot, we can set it up so that every day the billings will be consolidated into a single invoice per client and automatically sent to them. We can customize that for each of you based on your particular requirement. So that's basically how the billing works, the billing automation. You go in, add all your products, your pricing and stuff. And again, this could be done right from your mobile. So let's just say that, the farrier came out, you wanted to, for this Happy Go Lucky, you do it right from your phone. Within a split second, the bill is created. What happens is that here you see the status is created. So let's say as the trainer or the manager of the transport company, you can go in on each day, just look at the billings, manually approve them, or at the end of the month, once they're approved, that's when the trigger will kick in on when the invoice is created. So you approve them, and if your schedule is set up to invoice once a month, it'll invoice on that particular day for the month. If you're set to schedule to invoice every day, once you click it to approve, then every day they would be consolidated into invoices and automatically sent to your clients. So that's how the billing automation works. If, let's say, you're a stable owner and you don't bill anybody, you own your own horses, then we can hide this module. We can deactivate it for you. You can do it yourself. You may not need this module, and that's totally fine. Like I said, it's robust, it's flexible, and we can make it to meet your specific requirements. Let's hop into the last section, which is reports and dashboards, and see what we got. So we have a whole lot of built-in reports. We have an entire reports module. You can create custom reports. You can even schedule reports so that they're automatically emailed out to particular people. And then we can create custom dashboards. So the dashboards can be created on a user per user basis. So for example, let's say you could be a stallion manager. You want to create a dashboard based on your matings and your schedule of when you're going to breed and all of that stuff. You can do that. If you're a transport company, you can set up your dashboards based on routes and logistics and all that stuff. Let's say you're a bloodstock agency, you want to focus on the horses that you're buying and selling and your deals and your opportunities and what the horses that you've bought and sold are earning. You could do that as well. So let's just jump back in, and I'm going to show you quickly how the reports works and the dashboards. So you saw when I logged in here, this is the dashboard. So these are all modules that we've put together into one dashboard. As you can see here, like the 2020 earnings by horse, that was a custom widget basically that I put together. If you're in sales, you could have your deals by stage, leads by status, leads by source. You can have it so you have multiple dashboards. So here there's a drop down, and this is where you would see all your dashboards. To create a custom dashboard, let me just show you. Let's go into the analytics module. And here you see the dashboard. Up here in the top left, you can create a brand new dashboard. Let's just call it dash 2. And here we have pre-built widgets in the analytics gallery. So if you want an organizational overview, click any of these widgets and you can customize it for your particular requirement. Let's say leads, deals, deals by stage, revenue, your opportunities. You can do it by territory, by sales rep. You could check activities, how many open tasks, calls people are making, things like that. We also have, you can go in and create charts, KPIs. So let's just say, for argument's sake, let's say I'm a stable owner or a stable manager. I want to create a widget, a dashboard that shows the top 5 buyer speed figures that my horses ran this year. So we can go into this rankings widget, and we'll call this 2020 top buyers. Let's go into the horses module, and we're going to select the related module. The related module will be the results, because that's where the buyer is tracked. We're going to go into the maximum of buyer speed figure. Duration will be this year. And we're going to rank by the horse name. Horse name. And we're going to show the top 5. Click done. And here you'll see the top 5 buyer speed figures that your horses ran. And this will automatically update as more data is added. You can do it on a monthly basis, quarterly basis. The the flexibility at which you can, customize your dashboards and your reports is almost limitless. It's really, really powerful. So no matter what part of the business you're in, whether it's operations or finance or sales, or training, you can create these analytics and the dashboards to meet your requirements. So that's how the dashboards work. We also have, comparators to where you can compare horses, you can compare sales reps, you can compare, different, transportation routes to see which ones are the most profitable or bringing in the most revenue. It's really, really robust, really powerful. We have anomaly detectors, target meters. You can set up funnels. It's really, really good stuff. Let's just quickly go into the reports module. And in reports, as you can see, these are all the reports that are built in, that come with it. So you can go to deal reports, leads, activities. You could check today's calls, call status reports, campaign reports, product reports, billing reports, sales metrics reports, email reports. Man, the list goes on. Let's just pop one of these open just to see what it looks like. Leads by source. So you have one lead as an external referral, one is from Twitter. You can send out this report. You can select the recipients, send it out as a PDF, Excel, CSV, send it out immediately, or you can schedule it for a later time. You can even edit the report if you want. Let's say it's missing a column. You want to see their score. You want to see their score, you can click run and the score column will come up. You can save it. You can also create custom reports. So let's say you wanted to go in here and let's say you wanted to go into results and you wanted to run a report based on the jockeys, the trainers, the horses, or the tracks, the horses, the jockeys. You can do up to 3 modules and it will pull all that information and run a custom report that's relevant to you. And you can even save those reports so that you don't have to keep doing it every time. You can create folders for your reports. You could separate them and so forth. So hopefully, this demo has given you some insight as to the power and the flexibility and the ease of use of Equine CRM. As you can see, we put a lot of time and a lot of thought into this. I'm going to hop back over into the webinar slides, and I'm going to see if there are any questions, and then we will end the webinar. At the end of the webinar, you will see a pop-up with just 2 very, very easy feedback questions. They're basically rating questions. How would you rate this webinar, etc. If you could just take a moment to do that for us, your feedback would be greatly appreciated. And you could, if you don't have any questions now, you can always, reach out to us. I'm going to put our email addresses up on the screen here in a second, and some important resources. And let's see here. Oh, before we end, also, when it comes to success using a CRM, it's important to kind of map out your sales process and what you're looking to achieve, what your wants are, what your needs are, what your challenges are, what you're looking to solve. Even though you may not have the answer, to that, you obviously know the challenges and the problems that you're having as a company, the pain points that you're experiencing. You may not have the solution, but we do. And once you actually have these pain points in your process and some challenges, written down or mapped out, we can address each of those for you, with you, on the phone, but more importantly, through a customized demo where we can show you a visual proof of concept on how Equine CRM can actually solve your problems. Because at the end of the day, if we're not able to solve your problems, then this particular application would not be beneficial to you. So we show you the proof of concept, and then you can register for a free trial. We have a 15-day free trial. Depending on the company, the number of users and their particular use case, we can always extend that if needed, give you and your team an opportunity to actually test the CRM, use it, see how it integrates with your particular business and workflow. Good time to ask us some questions and get some insight as to how to get the most value out of your CRM. So with that being said, these are some resources to where if you did want to book a demo, request a free trial, if you wanted to contact our sales team or our support department, you can use these resources. I'll be sending this information to you via email as well. This way you have it. And it looks like we are about done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the webinar. Like I said, I will email you guys the recording probably tomorrow morning. And your feedback would be greatly appreciated. Really appreciate you taking the time with me today. And we look forward to connecting with you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.